Welcome back. Let's find out if we got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to TV's Andy Levy. So, Andy, what do you have for us tonight?
Just the usual crap, Greg.
Well, that's a real can-do attitude, Andy.
You're a real can-do attitude, Greg.
I guess you didn't learn anything from that story we did on unions.
Maybe I did.
Huh?
I think I'm the only one that learned.
Yes, perhaps you're right.
Yeah. By the way, Greg, William Faulkner, not so much a playwright.
Yes. I was thinking of that other guy.
Harris Faulkner, on the other hand.
Harris Faulkner's written a number of great plays.
Yes, very prolific.
Yes.
Yep. Military instruction manuals for dealing with post, don't ask, don't tell. Greg, you said the 4 branches of the military have sent instructional material to the over 2 million troops. Technically, there were 5 branches of the military.
I forgot the Coast Guard.
You sure did.
Thanks, Terry.
Yep.
The Coast Guard didn't get it.
They're the coolest.
Well, the thing is, they're not actually under the Department of Defense, but in times of war, the president can assign their assets to the Department of the Navy.
Thanks.
That's hilarious.
Andy's smart.
I do think we can all agree that these manuals are totally gay, right?
Yeah.
Terry, you said this training doesn't make it easier for you to kill the enemy. And it's a fair point. I think if you're in a combat zone, you probably have a lot better things to worry about than this. But we all know there are far, far more stupid things that you actually have to go through when you're at least in the regular army.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know that. You were in the military. We did all sorts of, there's all sorts of dog and pony stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of just tired of hearing about it. Just whatever. If we have to do it, we'll get it done. Goodbye.
Right.
That's it.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I kind of feel like hopefully this is like a one-time thing, and then, once this policy is policy, and it's been policy for a while, people won't need training on it.
Well, Andy,
Yep.
Let's not forget the slippery slope. I mean, dogs, ponies.
Why do I even say that?
Yeah, I know.
Well,
it's interesting.
If you saw 2 dogs making out in a food court, how would you?
I'd say, you go, bitches.
Nice.
Horrible. By the way, do you know the training guide states that transgender and transsexual individuals are not permitted to join the military service?
Yes.
No.
I would like it to be known that I stand by my transgendered and transsexual brothers and sisters, even if that's the same person.
Interesting.
Oh, what a bump.
Greg, you accused the Servicemen's Legal Defense Fund of putting a social agenda above wanting the military to be able to do its job. Or maybe they just want a wrong-righted ASAP.
I guess my feeling is maybe I haven't read up enough on them, but I've never seen them that interested in any other military issue. So I find that they're concerned about the military to be based solely on one political agenda.
I think that's their issue.
Exactly. Thank you for agreeing with me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've also noticed the National Organization for Women doesn't seem concerned about men.
Absolutely right. And we're half the population.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of us are outrageously effeminate.
Libya, Al-Qaeda commander sends message supporting rebels. Greg, you said, so is the enemy of our enemy our friend, even if the enemy of our enemy is worse than that previous enemy I was enemizing about?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we all agree that the enema of our enemy is not our friend?
Yes.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Unless he's a colonel.
I had a feeling Bill would not agree with that. Suzanne, I'm glad the fact that our government can't give a clear message on why we're bombing a country is good for your show.
Yeah, I've been instructed by the Onion writers and such to make sure these are my comments and not theirs.
Okay. Is this Brooke speaking right now?
This is Suzanne.
Okay. All right.
I feel like we're channeling.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, you're more entertaining than that stupid show named Tara with the 6 personalities on Showtime. I hate you.
That's trash.
The whole idea of separate personalities with her is wearing a different hat and making a facial expression.
I'll tell you.
But you have real personalities.
One of 2 deciding factors on me getting rid of Showtime, that show, and I was broke.
Yeah. The United States of Tara.
Yeah.
The worst show. Says mental illness can be identified by funny hats. Sorry, Andy.
Anyway, Libya?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good point,
Where
though.
is Libya?
No, it's a great point. Terry, I said the other day that it would have been a shame if a Tomahawk went off course and hit al-Megrahi's residence.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed it. Yeah, man, wouldn't that be great just if
Yeah.
our electronics just weren't on that day and he got blown up in his Hummer?
I'm a little ashamed that that didn't happen, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Quick factual thing, Greg. You mentioned that Germany was pulling its forces out of NATO. Well, they're pulling 2 ships and 60 to 70 AWACS crew members out of the Mediterranean. They're not pulling out of NATO.
All right. Correction noted.
Okay.
Love the Germans, though. They were there.
But they were not part of the coalition. They never were.
I know that.
Yeah. Okay. Media.
The camera's still on you.
No.
Note to self.
Germany abstained from the UN resolution.
I know. I'm just plain stupid, which I do quite well.
Yeah. Media Matters Boot Camp. I thought MSNBC was Media Matters Boot Camp.
Well done, my friend.
Also, you mentioned, Greg, that David Schuster was part of the media training session. That's good. He needs it.
Oh, he was the expert.
Oh, did I get that wrong?
Yes, you did.
My bad.
See, maybe you need the military training. I mean, the media training, Andy.
Maybe I do, Greg.
Yes.
Maybe I do.
My place, 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Federal workers always be getting raises. Suzanne, you said some people think they're entitled to more money simply because they've been somewhere a certain amount of time. Not cool to talk about Bill like that on air.
Aww. Well, Bill gets teased a lot here. I thought I'd give him a little love.
You're talking about my hair, correct?
Yeah. Joe, you said for anyone out there who's lazy, go work for the government. I think that's part of their recruitment campaign, isn't it?
I'm sorry, Andy. I nodded off because you took so long to come to me. In
Oh,
this
okay.
No, I'm sorry. Yes, I think that is part of their recruitment campaign.
Oh, I'm sorry. I nodded off because you took so long to answer.
I got something special for you later.
I bet you do.
Yes. On air.
All right. I'm done.
Nope.
Well, Andy, it couldn't have ended soon enough. Coming up, Courtney Love is dead. Tired of not taking drugs. Who can blame her? She's bored. Anyway, what's up with movie popcorn? Don't ask me, I just write the stupid teases and pray for an early death. Does the man with the famous piece have a beef with the commander-in-chief? Yes, Donald Trump called out President Obama today on the greatest show of our time, The View. Trump's problem with the prez? Well, for one, he has human hair, but also his birth certificate, of course. Have a look, look-havers.
Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? And you know what? I wish he would, because I think it's a terrible pall that's hanging over him.
Isn't Hawaii still part of the United States? Am I gone?
You know,
Do you
wanted to become president of the United States. In order to
I
get
want
a
him to
driver's
show
license,
his
you
birth
gotta-
certificate.
I want him to show his birth certificate. There's something on that birth certificate that he doesn't like.
Oh my God!
that's a terrible
That
thing
is
to
just
say.
interesting. Because I've never heard any white president ask to be shown the birth certificate.
If I'm awake.
Wow, I thought that argument was already settled. Obama is Swiss. Anyway, let's discuss this in our
lightning round.
Terry, I had a question for you. Can Trump run for president with these kinds of awesome sound bites behind him?
I don't want him to be president.
No?
No.
That's all right. That's an honest comment. Joe, believing that Obama is from Kenya requires that people plan this conspiracy in the 1960s, knowing that he would later be president. So it's entirely possible.
Lightning round,
Yes,
come on, man. Let's go.
What?
Yes, it's also entirely possible that somebody can be more annoying when they talk on The View than the 5 morons that are usually on there talking.
And,
I got to give it up to Trump on that one.
and it wasn't awesome. They applauded him. They applauded him.
Yeah, they applaud for any loud opinion on The View.
Suzanne, you were telling me in the green room you agree wholeheartedly that Obama clearly was born in Kenya. How can I change your mind?
voted too, didn't we?
How can I change your mind?
You are lying right there. You are lying about that. But I'm telling you, this show is a lot of fun, and I'm having a great time.
Well said.
Bill,
Be back.
don't you want to see the birth certificate on Trump's hair? It's probably about 14 years old, right?
Judging from the consistency, which I believe is Cambodian yak,
Yes.
I'm saying 1985, Greg.
Yeah.
And not of this country, so he cannot run either. Part of him cannot run. Although, having said that, looking in the monitor right now, I am in no position to talk about anyone's hair.
That's
not
true.
a good night.
You scalped
This is-
Aaron Moran.
Great night.
No,
Hey,
Great night.
yeah, you
this
did.
is bad.
You scalped. You know what you did? You scalped Martina Navratilova.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
it's
you did.
Billie Jean King.
All right, I want to make a point before I move on. You know, Gaddafi, Trump was out there boasting about how he cheated Gaddafi real estate-wise. And it made me think if he would cheat a foreign dignitary, what would he do to the average Joe?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
That's just a thought for you people at home. If you're interested in buying something for Trump or from Trump, whatever. Next topic. Washington State Senator Mary Margaret Haugen, who cares, is fighting to cancel a special benefit long enjoyed by the state's ferry workers, cleaning up passengers' puke. Yep, the so-called vomit clause, kind of like Santa Claus, but it happens every day, allows workers to get paid double time whenever they have to clean up throw up. Joe, are you afraid that this is going to cause middle school janitors to riot now that the word is out that about the vomit clause? Because they're the ones that get hit the hardest.
They will be very upset because every time I have to vomit, I go to a middle school. And they seem very excited.
You're like the guy the guy who comes to middle school to say don't do drugs. You're there to say don't get drunk.
Right.
Yeah.
And you throw up.
I'm picturing DeRosa like running down Fifth Avenue, holding it in, looking for PS12.
Suzanne, does the senator make a good point that prison?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over there.
I know. Just try to ignore it. He's a crazy weirdo.
Yeah, the vomiting sound effects are a little distracting.
Prison guards don't get paid extra. Why should these guys get paid extra for cleaning up filth?
Well, I think that's an excellent question, Greg, and you're very bright and insightful. I think that it's a question to ask in every profession where somebody has to clean up someone else's mess.
Yeah.
Like on some news stations.
Yes.
Sometimes we are in that position as well, correct?
Yeah, that is a very good point.
Yeah.
We have unisex bathrooms on this very floor. Not a good thing. Not a good thing.
Do you
particularly
really?
for our
Is that
women
something
folk.
new?
This is a new development. Yes. You
I
left
had
at the
no
right
idea.
time.
I had no idea. Terry, I actually like watching women throw up, but that's another story. Should we be getting a little extra money for cleaning up vomit? It's a terrible thing.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have that much money. I mean, I have a really bad nose. I'll clean up dog poop, vomit. I don't care. I'll do it. Give me
What's
a
in it
job.
for you, though? What's in it for you?
What's in it for me?
Good question.
Like, why are you volunteering for that?
Yeah.
I think we might be, with the skills I think you must have, certainly we can find a better job for you.
Yeah, but
if I get paid,
but here's the thing. You know how some things are disgusting to some people? He might like it. So he's saying he'd volunteer for something that would actually be a turn on. In a way, it's selfishness that he would clean up.
Oh, come on. Turn on?
Yes.
That's not right. I'm not saying a turn. I just want the money.
I saw your video library, and frankly, that made me puke. Bill, as someone who supplies Manhattan streets with most of its vomit, what say you?
Well, they made a good comparison saying that prison wardens don't get paid extra for the filth they have to clean up, but they can't have unlimited sex with the actual attendees of the prison. The ferry workers don't get to do that unless it's very late at night.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a perk.
I long for the old days when people weren't bothered by such things. When people threw their filth out into the streets, and you would walk in and get hit by urine.
A bucket of urine.
Those were the days when
you miss Elizabethan England.
Yes, I do.
As we all do.
I miss the spetulance. Spetulance? Did I just say spetulance?
I think that was a former prince.
That was amazing. The LA Times reports that movie theater chains are trying to stop a federal ruling that will require them to disclose the calories in their concession food. They argue it could hurt their business because apparently a large popcorn is the equivalent of eating 3 small babies. Did not know that. Wow. Suzanne, will people ever stop eating delicious movie popcorn? It's so wonderful, even if it bankrupts you.
They will never stop eating delicious movie popcorn, and I think if they could somehow put that delicious movie theater popcorn smell into a bottle, we would buy that and use it as perfume. That's an amazing scent.
It is. It's an incredible smell.
Yeah, it makes you hungry.
Yeah, it does. It makes me very hungry. It makes me hungry for more popcorn. Joe, if it were not for the expensive popcorn, comedians would have one less trite joke to write. Am I right?
I don't know. I haven't heard anybody do a joke about that since '87.
Yes.
So, yeah, it would take away one more of our jokes.
Yes.
It's annoying, though. I think, can these health food Nazis just
Mm.
let us be?
Yeah.
Or before every single food dispensary is just boiled chicken across the board, can we just enjoy some popcorn, Greg? It's my opinion, Greg, and I wanted to voice it.
I respect your outrage, and I support you 100%. However, I will say this. Theaters charge so much money for popcorn, Terry. And isn't it, and they actually, the CEO of Regal Theater says it costs a bucket of popcorn about 15 cents. And so it's up to $6. I mean, there's nothing like that even in the diamond industry.
But I go to the movie theater. What? I go to the movie theater because my dinner is popcorn.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, well,
leave me alone. I'm with you, man. I'm getting righteously indignant about this.
Yeah,
I'm not with you on that. That's not healthy. You should be.
Bill, you lived in a theater for a year. How sick were you after living off stale popcorn?
On the floor, no less.
Yes.
Because it is that expensive. But I don't want to turn this on the head a little bit, but we really can't go 2 hours without stuffing our face with an 800-calorie thing of popcorn covered in oily slop.
Yeah.
We can't wait. You can't go through Rango for an hour and 20 minutes without stuffing your pie hole with all that stuff. I don't get the overwhelming need to eat while you're watching a movie.
Well, I actually
Not to mention it's annoying for people that are not eating.
I did go through Rango once. It took an hour. I got to move on, Joe, because they gave me a hard break on this, and I would like you to talk, but frankly, I can't allow that to happen. It's time for another break. Coming up next, something awesome, or probably not. So last night, I told you how much I enjoy sleeping in my mother's wedding dress. I do. I'm proud of it. But I also love charity. So let's get to the bidding of my latest piece of art. This is called Jones in Jeans, my hip-hop version of Unicorn Jones, hanging in baggy jeans. Like I said earlier, I'm hoping this art appeals to our more younger, more urban demographic, the kind of in-your-face, edgy teen who listens to those hip-hop recordings on their portable listening devices.
Those are big.
Yeah, they're going to get bigger too, Bill. The starting bid is $117.20 from Israel Schenker. Not a bad first bid, but I think we can do better, Israel. But I also got a nice letter from Mary Kay Grant, who just sent a check-in for $100 for the Wounded Warriors without asking for any art at all. She also asked if we'd ever have red-eye T-shirts or coffee mugs, and we looked into that and we were told, what are you crazy? Not in your life. But I sent you a signed picture anyway, Mary Kay, which you'll be getting shortly.
That's nice.
Try to ignore the blood. So if you want to win this piece of art, email your bid to redeye@foxnews.com to be considered. The bids close by, I guess, Friday. And as you know, all the money goes to Wounded Warriors Project. And remember, let's not forget the real message here. It's not about charity. It's about me impressing the general public with my compassion. As manufactured as this compassion may be, not really. Maybe it is. All right, we're going to close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. He's manufactured. And to see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. There I am, next to the ad for the New York Times.
Look at this.
Back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Suzanne, first of all, congratulations for ONN getting picked up for a second season.
Thank you. Really excited about
Awesome.
that. Awesome.
Hey, but I have to ask you, why is Brooke Alvarez kicking your ass on Twitter?
It's a little embarrassing. Brooke Alvarez has about 10,000 or more Twitter followers, and I have like 600. So if you're out there and you feel any sympathy at all about that, look me up and follow me, please.
Can I ask you a question about Brooke Alvarez?
Yeah, and when I say follow me, I mean on the Twitter.
Yes.
Thanks.
So,
yes, sir.
why is your name? Why does Alvarez? Is Alvarez a pseudonym for Brooke Alvarez? Like, that's not even her real name.
Well, you know what? I think Brooke was just so ambitious that she decided she needed to take the most popular kind of name, and she saw the appeal of sort of the all-American Brooke girl, and then she saw the appeal of the, of course, Latino name. So she combined them together. She's actually Russian. Yeah. Was trained as a boxer. Long story there.
I've never seen that happen in real life, Andy. Have you?
No, never.
Never. You've never seen an anchor take a,
Nope. Terry, what'd you do last night?
Funny you should ask, Andy. I actually was a guest at the Friends of the Israel. He keeps laughing over here. I was a guest at the Friends of the Israeli Defense Forces dinner. Really cool. Ehud Barak was there. There's me in a picture. It was really great. Monica Crowley was the hostess, and she didn't recognize me because I was winking at her. So she thought I was hitting on her.
Is that you on the left?
Dude, why do you have to be this way?
I know, that was just mean.
I mean, come on.
Right?
No, you just look a lot different in uniform.
Yes, I do.
Good for you, though. Good for you.
Thank you.
Hey, quickly, Joe, I hear you have a challenge for me?
Yes, Andy. In recent regard to your drunken comment to me in a bar that I don't really eat McNuggets as often as I say I do, I challenge you to a McNugget eat-off, wherein which every time either one of us eats McNuggets, we have to take a picture proving that we are eating them and then tweet it. And 1 month from this day, we take a tally, and the winner, sir, slaps the other man on this show with a glove in the face.
I do not accept your challenge.
You don't?
Back to you, Greg.
Denied.
You don't do it?
Denied.
No, it's more fun.
The show's ending, everybody.
Yeah.
Does it really matter?
TV.